As we know, Satoru Gojo is one of the strongest characters in Jujutsu Kaisen, and his powers are reflective of this fact. Gojo is a member of the Gojo clan, one of the 3 top Jujutsu family branches. Among his clan, there is a legendary rare power passed down through generations, the Limitless. Limitless is the ability that allows its user to distort and control space itself as they see fit. The Limitless essentially brings the notion of infinity to life. In the case of Satoru, he's able to keep this power active passively, which is quite the impressive feat considering the sheer amount of cursed energy that would require. As you would imagine, this power certainly has its uses. Although it takes a massive amount of concentration, unless you're Satoru Gojo, the trade-off of being impervious to physical attacks is definitely worth it in my opinion. Limitless comes with a number of extensions as well, the first being Infinity. Infinity is the power to stop. The way this functions is by taking the finite space between its user and an object or person and dividing this an infinite number of times. Anything that attempts to break past infinity will be slowed so significantly that it appears to halt altogether. Think of it like this: Gojo has an inch of space around him at all times. Infinity basically takes that and divides it by itself over and over and over until anything nearing that space is completely stopped. Now, the infinity can also expand to others so long as the outside parties are near its user, and it can be used to completely overwhelm opponents by simply upping the output. The only real way to get around infinity is via domain expansion, domain amplification, or curse tools that can negate it entirely. The Limitless is an ability any member of the Gojo clan can wield through proper training. However, the true power of Limitless is showcased when combined with the 6 eyes, an ocular anomaly that Gojo is the first to bear in nearly 400 years. The 6 eyes is one of the rarest abilities to wield in all of the Jujutsu world. They manifest as a pair of bright blue eyes that grant the user superhuman perception, including seeing the flow of cursed energy and the power to use that flow in order to identify cursed techniques. The 6 eyes also provides insanely precise control over the user's cursed energy, which is critical to properly utilize the Limitless. Beyond this, there is Gojo's Curse Technique Lapse Blue. This level of Limitless is usually achieved through greatly enhancing the output of cursed energy directly into the technique. Blue functions much like an attraction force. It essentially erases space itself, and that in turn forces gravity to adjust accordingly. It's capable of pulling anything towards the user with powerful force, and depending on the cursed energy output, being hit hard enough with blue can completely implode the average sorcerer with relative ease. The absolutely insane thing about Gojo is this is not even the cream of the crop as far as his curse powers go. Another powerful technique of the Gojo clan is the reverse curse technique Red. This is the complete opposite of blue. Rather than forcing space together via negative energy, Red is strengthened through positive energy, meaning the output is an incredible repelling force instead. Red is normally really hard to pull off, so much so that even a young prodigy like second-year Satoru Gojo struggled to master it initially. His first successful attempt wasn't until his death match with Fushiguro Toji. So let's briefly recount what we covered so far. Gojo's curse technique is called Limitless, the power to manipulate space. The base state or the natural state of that technique is Infinity, the ability to stop. The 2 major extensions of Limitless are Red and Blue. Red is a power to repel, conversely, blue is a power to attract. On their own, the powers we've covered so far would solidify any anime character as one of the strongest around, but naturally, there's more in Satoru Gojo's bag of tricks that we have yet to cover. Ironically, Gojo's most popular technique, despite its infrequency amongst his clan, is Hollow Purple. It's a miracle that Satoru managed to master this secret high-level ability, as it is only known by a handful of the Gojo clan members. Purple is nothing more but the collision of red and blue, at least in layman's terms. I'm going to break it down like this. Consider purple neither blue nor red in essence. When the blue infinity and the red infinity are merged together, the outcome is a condensed blast constructed entirely of virtual mass. In order to merge the 2 infinities together, Gojo normally performs this specific hand sign. In order to then unleash Hollow Purple, the hand sign switches to this pinching motion, with the thumb placed in the perfect angle to send the blast firing. The size of purple depends on the circumstances. For instance, versus Toji, and for his first time firing it, Gojo chose a smaller orb, but don't let the size fool you. Even a miniature-sized purple was enough to easily incapacitate the black sheep of the Zenin clan, and that was only Gojo's first time using it, like I said. Back during the Kyoto exchange event, he would opt to use a much larger orb to dispose of Hanami in the aftermath of that blast is just insane to say the least. Time and time again, Satoru Gojo has shown us just how non-standard he is. To really hammer home that point, we're finally going to discuss Gojo's domain expansion, Unlimited Void. When you see that hand sign and those beautiful blue eyes open, then it's already too late. Being caught in that unlimited void is considered to be a surefire kill, and for very obvious reasons. This particular domain expansion basically brings the poor bastard being hit with it right into the center of Limitless itself. In the time in which one is entrapped, every ounce of knowledge known in the universe is forced into your mind. As you would expect, this leaves you completely immobilized, because what can you really do against that? You are being overwhelmed by everything you've ever known and everything you don't know infinitely, meaning you are helpless and at the mercy of the strongest. In fact, this power is so potent that just being exposed to it for 0.2 seconds, according to Gojo's calculations, leaves any non-sorceress affected by it unfit for society for a minimum 2 months. When you look at all the man can do, it's no wonder he has the reputation he does. Now, Satoru Gojo is many things. He's a jerk, self-absorbed, cocky, arrogant, and a bit of a troll, but one thing you absolutely cannot deny about Gojo is that he is indeed the strongest. Yes sir, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do me the favor of smashing that like button, and if you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. You make sure that you subscribe, and I will catch you lovely people later.